Anne Boleyn was born around 1501, though some sources suggest 1507, at Blickling Hall in Norfolk, or possibly Hever Castle in Kent. Her father, Thomas Boleyn, was a skilled diplomat, fluent in languages, and close to the royal court. Her mother, Lady Elizabeth Howard, was the daughter of the Duke of Norfolk, one of the most powerful noble families in England. Anne had royal blood on both sides. She was part Boleyn, part Howard, and raised to rise. This was a girl trained from the cradle to move among kings, fluent in French, elegant at court, and razor-sharp in wit. Before she ever met Henry VIII, Anne Boleyn was already groomed for a stage far grander than most women of her time. After years in the courts of the Netherlands and France, Anne Boleyn returned to England in 1522. She wasn't the same girl who had left. She came back sharp, cultured, and captivating. Soon after her return, she joined the household of Queen Catherine, the wife of King Henry VIII. But Anne quickly drew attention. The young nobleman Henry Percy fell in love with her. They were even secretly betrothed. But Cardinal Wolsey, possibly acting on the king's orders, forced them apart. Some say Henry VIII already had his eye on Anne, although this is debated. There was also Thomas Wyatt, the poet. He was married, yet obsessed. His verses, full of longing and heartbreak, hinted at a deeper, forbidden connection. Was Anne in love with Percy? Did she lead Wyatt on? Or was she simply caught in the games of powerful men? Either way, the rumors clung to her, a lady-in-waiting to the queen, but already becoming the storm at the heart of the Tudor court. When Anne first caught the eye of King Henry VIII, she wasn't chasing a crown. She was a lady-in-waiting to Queen Catherine of Aragon. Anne was clever, sharp-tongued, elegant, and different from any woman Henry had ever pursued. The king began sending her gifts. She returned them. He wrote her love letters. She ignored them for months. But was Anne resisting out of virtue or strategy? Historians still debate it. Some say she never wanted to be queen, that she tried to push Henry away, fearing scandal. Others believe she saw an opportunity and played the game with extraordinary skill. What's clear is this: Anne didn't give in, and that only inflamed Henry's obsession. Henry VIII was obsessed with Anne Boleyn, but she refused to be his mistress. She would only be his queen, or nothing at all. Henry had never been told no. To win her, he promised everything: love, marriage, even the throne. But he already had a wife, Catherine of Aragon. The Pope refused to grant him a divorce, so Henry did the unthinkable. He broke from the Catholic Church. In 1533, they married in secret. She was already pregnant with Elizabeth, and a few months later, Anne Boleyn was crowned Queen of England. Henry had changed his country just to have her, a decision that he possibly regretted in years to come. The marriage of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, and the radical steps taken to make it happen, had profound and permanent consequences for England. It wasn't just a scandal at court. It triggered a complete transformation of the nation's religious, political, and cultural identity. England was no longer Catholic. The Church of England was born. Monasteries were dissolved, their lands and treasures seized. Centuries of tradition gone from England's landscape in just a few years. The wealth went to the crown and loyal nobles. A new Protestant elite began to rise. Those who refused to accept Anne as queen, or Henry as head of the church, were executed. Even Sir Thomas More, Henry's longtime friend. The Pope's authority vanished from English law, and Parliament gained power by helping the king get what he wanted. This wasn't just about love. It was about control of religion, politics, and truth. Anne's daughter would be Elizabeth I, England's great Protestant queen. But none of it could have happened without the ambition and defiance of Anne Boleyn. Together, she and Henry tore England away from Rome and into a new age. Did Henry VIII ever regret it all? The divorce from Catherine of Aragon, the marriage to Anne Boleyn, and the earth-shattering break from Rome. At first, it seemed worth it. Anne was dazzling, and she promised him a son. He defied the Pope, created the Church of England, and crowned her his queen. But what did he gain? Catherine, beloved by the people, was cast aside. Anne gave him a daughter, not the male heir he craved. Their love soured into fury. Just 3 years after the wedding, dramatically, Anne Boleyn was beheaded on his orders. The Pope had excommunicated Henry. Europe turned against him. His soul and his realm were divided. He married 4 more times. Still no lasting peace, no male line that survived. Did Henry look back, in his old age, and wonder what might have been if he had stayed loyal to his queen and to Rome? History doesn't record his regret. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Thanks for watching.